This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So we will wait for 2 more minutes for other learners to join and then we'll start our discussion. 2 minutes we'll wait and then we'll start our discussion. Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So we'll start our discussion. So yesterday what happened? We were discussing about what are all the things that we are going to cover. Okay, today pretty much we'll start our day one session. So I'm quickly showing you the course content right now. So performance engineering introduction is the first topic that we are going to discuss. So pretty much these topics, what are all the things that we are going to cover, we explained. We'll go over one by one. So before even we are going to start learning about performance engineering, first of all, we should know what is performance engineering, why we are going to that. Okay, what is actually difference between the existing work and performance engineering work? Okay, so if you look at it, a normal performance testing team, okay, a performance testing team, what they are doing, they are normal performance testing. What they are doing, they are testing the application. Okay, they are testing the application. They are saying so and so response time or so and so information they are sharing. Okay, actually saying what they are doing, they are testing the application. They are only providing the numbers. They are only providing the numbers. This is the number, like that. They are providing the number alone. Okay, but performance engineering, what they are trying to do, performance engineering, they are telling where the problem is, how we can resolve the problem. So like that. Okay, so which means that performance testing is actually focused only on the numbers. Performance testing is actually focused only on the numbers, but performance engineering focused on what? It is actually focused on how to resolve the problem, where the problem, how we can minimize or optimize the application performance. In that way we are going to think about. In that way we are going to think about. That is the performance engineering is all about. Say typically you think like you are loading one page. You are loading one page, and that particular page, it is actually taking 10 seconds. Okay, to load that page, it is actually taking 10 seconds. Okay, so if you are giving this number to the stakeholder, okay, 10 seconds response time to the stakeholder, what stakeholder will think? For them, this number is not a fruitful information. For them, this number is not a fruitful information because telling them it is actually taking 10 seconds is not a fruitful information. What you have to do, that 10 seconds, say like your application is actually taking 3 seconds, your browser is actually taking 2 seconds, your infrastructure level, because of infrastructure constraint, there is a time taken, network, there is a time taken, like that. When you are providing a detailed information about the problem statement, that time only customers or the stakeholders will be happy because this is the expected information. This is the expected information. For them, you need to provide little closer to the problem statement, or even you try to resolve it. That is also performance engineering only. Okay, performance engineering is not about finding the problem, it's not about reporting the problem. Performance engineering is about resolving the problem also. Okay, if you are good in writing scripts or coding, you can even write your own code and then try to resolve the problem. That is also performance engineering. Okay, engineering the problem, you are trying to engineer the problem. Okay, so what is that meaning? Just now I told you, you are getting so and so response time. That so and so response time, you are trying to find where the problem is, and we are providing your findings and recommendations. And in certain case, you can also write your logic to resolve the problem, so in that way only performance engineering is actually working. Okay, so and one more thing also nowadays, uh, say developers, you can ask me like developers why they cannot do all these things, right? So actually, developers, they are having their own priority to work for sprint level activity or release level activity. So because of that, what's actually happening, they are only focused on completing the functionality. They are only focused on completing the functionality. So because of that, they are not focusing on optimizing the performance. Actually, they are supposed to do, but they are not actually doing it. So that is the reason we are assigning a dedicated person, performance engineer, performance engineer, to work on these kind of a problem statement to optimize your application performance. So the role of performance engineer is actually optimizing the application performance, irrespective of anywhere. Okay, it may be infrastructure side, it may be database side, it may be application side, it may be browser side. Anywhere, their primary objective is to optimize the application performance. Okay. So for that, what you have to do? For that, what are all the skill set that you have to do? For that, where you have to focus on? That is what in this course journey we are going to focus on. Okay. So in this course journey, primarily what we are going to focus on, where to identify the problem. Okay. What are all the key skill set or key understanding performance engineers should have, and each layer, what are all the utility tools or concepts that you should know, so that you are going to provide your contribution across these places. Okay, it is not about everywhere you will do it. In certain places you will do it, in certain other places you will recommend somebody to do it. Okay, so end of the day, what is our objective? You are going to optimize the application performance. You are going to optimize the application performance. That is the intention. Okay, so now what is our understanding about performance engineering? Performance engineering is actually trying to optimize the application performance. Application performance. So next question will come. Is it only focused on performance testers or what? So it is not like that. It is not like performance testers only can do performance engineering activity, but most of the performance engineers, they are starting their career as performance tester, and then they are moving up in the ladder. They are upskilling to performance engineers mostly. But if you are a developer also, or if you are a DevOps engineer also, anybody can learn this performance engineering concepts and contribute in the application performance optimization. Only thing is, you should know about these concepts. Okay, say like a particular application is actually taking to so and so performance, means performance engineers should focus on all these things. They have to focus on, say like, if I'm launching this application in the browser, if I'm launching this application in the browser, so how much of a time it is actually taking, how much of a time it is actually taking in the app server, how much of a time that is actually taking in the DB server, like that performance engineers should focus on. That is the only difference. It doesn't mean that performance testers only will do it. It is not like that. Anybody can do it. Only thing is how you are going to approach this situation, how you are going to focus on optimizing this application performance. Okay, so basically performance engineers primary activity is to optimize the application performance across the layer. Okay, across the layer. Okay, so next question will come from you guys. Sir, do I need to know coding, advanced coding language or what, like that? Actually saying, it is not like you should be having it, then only you will become performance engineer. It is a journey. It is a journey. Right now, the performance engineer's activity is actually spread across where? Infrastructure layer, database layer, browser layer, app server layer, like that. The activities are actually spread across every place. Now what you can do, you can contribute in one or two places where you are currently good, where you are currently comfortable with. Okay, over the period what you can do, yes, over the period, if you wanted to expand your contribution in the coding side also, yes, you can learn it. But it doesn't mean that you have to be good in coding language today, then only you will become performance engineer. No, not like that. Without even having a good understanding of the coding also, still you will perform performance engineer activity, provided you are going to contribute in the database side, or you are going to contribute in the infrastructure side, you are contribute in the browser side. What finding that you are getting, you are going to inform to the respective team to resolve the problem, like that and all, you can contribute it. But if you wanted to become a complete performance engineer, or you wanted to contribute more in the optimization of the application performance, that time you can slowly learn the coding language. So that end of the day, what is the problem, guys? Say like a simple example I'm saying, there is a problem. So you are saying you need to increase the infrastructure from 8 GB RAM to 32 GB RAM, or 100 GB hard disk to 200 GB hard disk. Like that, you are contributing or explaining a lot of things. But end of the day, okay, even after increasing, even after making the configurational changes also, you are not getting a huge improvement in the performance. You are not getting huge improvement in the performance. In that case, end of the day, what will you think? I think we have to rewrite certain portion of the code, then only the application performance will optimize. Means in that case, you are going to learn the coding language, and then you are going to write the code to optimize the application performance. But other than that, it is not straight away required to optimize the application performance. Okay, so end state, there is no option. In that case, you can focus on rewriting the code. Other than that, by simply increasing the infrastructure, by simply doing some configurational changes, you can still uh, optimize the application performance. So don't worry. In the subsequent session, I'm going to explain where and all a performance engineer can contribute, what are all the learning that you have to have it, so that you can contribute in these activities. Okay, say like you are little knowing about infrastructure concept, you are knowing about database concept, you are knowing about browser concept, you are knowing about operating systems like that. I'm going to provide you a list of learning a performance engineer should have, so that you can easily assess right now where you are, right now where you are, what are all the things that you have to learn over the period, what are all the skill set that you can add, so that you will become a complete performance engineer. But one thing I wanted to tell you, there is a huge demand is there for the performance engineers in the market. Okay, learning these concepts will definitely make you go into your career very easily, because as far as the success rate of performance engineering or performance engineer concepts, those who are having, right, that is very high. That is what my individual experience. Okay, so even those who are going for interview, it may be performance testing interview or it may be performance engineering interview, these concepts will make you to crack the interview very easily. Okay, these concepts, whatever we are going to learn, right, heap dump, thread dump, garbage collection, infrastructure, browser monitoring, database monitoring, these concepts will make you to crack the interview very easily, because the interviewer will feel you know better things. Okay, so you are having good amount of understanding in performance testing and performance engineering side. That is a feel that you will create if you are learning about these concepts, if you are learning about these concepts. Okay, so now uh, what we are getting is that performance engineering is nothing but you are trying to optimize the application performance across the layer. Okay, so even say like I don't know how many performance testers in this forum. Okay, any performance testers in this forum?
Yes, I was there actually almost more than 12 years. I'm in performance testing side, but I'm not good chance to engineering side. Frankly, I will tell you, we work in many companies in top clients also, but I'm not sure. Maybe because of that tool cost and because of that, maybe the people they are not using. But whenever you just you told me right, whenever you asking right, definitely they are asking. These are the questions, and that is true, but frankly a real very less company people they are using high level tools. So that is my observation. We are there in Reliance, I there in Mastercard, I was there in Birlasoft, I was there in many companies in HCL and Capgemini, but
Hmm.
not sure, maybe client maybe they're not spend that much of time for tools. So nowadays
Hmm.
everybody, yeah, you can go for that Jmeter, you can go for that free tools nowadays many people, but specifically maybe bank projects, maybe the high level people maybe they are using commercial tools. Yeah, observation, that is my observation, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, good. So why I asked any performance testers in this forum, because now a standing example is Tirupati. Okay, so Tirupati is actually completing his 12th year or 13th year. No, so say like Tirupati's manager or the super boss, during one-on-one sessions, what they will ask Tirupati, uh, what additional contribution that you are trying to do for our application, or optimizing our application performance like that. Okay, because what I saw in this last few years, after certain year you crossed, say like you crossed 7 years or you crossed the 8 years, the managers they started asking this question: what additional thing that you are doing,
That's true.
why can't you contribute more, uh, mo- uh, the activity that you are doing right now can be done by anybody, like that and all. They'll say
Exactly, exactly.
you are only doing testing activity that can be done by 2 year experienced guy or 3 year experienced guy. You are senior, why can't you contribute little more than that, like that people will ask. Okay, that is the uh, that is a everywhere situation. Okay, even
Exactly.
my manager asked me when I was doing that activity. So why I am telling, it is not about blaming the manager. It is about the expectation. I'm saying that is the expectation in the market over the period. When you crossed certain years, the expectation is you should do little higher than what you are actually currently doing. And you cannot simply say I will again do the same scripting, I will again do the same execution, I will again only provide the report provided by performance testing tool. Like that you cannot say. What they are expecting, you should be little good in analysis, report analysis, or you are doing additional tasks, you are using APM tools, you are using any other small utility tool to find the problem. You are not only providing what performance testing tool is actually providing. So that is what the expectation from the managers, I mean your supervisors, because they are thinking, okay, you are a senior guy and you are expected to provide a little more additional information. You are simply providing average response time so and so, error so and so, and transaction per second so and so. Like that, don't provide that alone. That is not the expectation, because you are doing this work for so many years. You should be knowing lot of things. You should know little more than the junior people. So you have to provide your report in such a way so that the customer or the developers of our application should get little more insight about the problem. Little more insight about the problem. They should not feel this report is not valid for me. Okay, even the organization where I worked, the performance testers, whenever they are giving the numbers, the developers, they never took seriously. They see that as one of the mail, that is a junk mail coming to their inbox. That is how they usually react, because the information available in the report is not valid for them, because we are only copy pasting the performance testing result in the mail. That's all. Actually saying, you should put your extra effort to make your report more valid. Okay, say like response time increased, that time you observe the infrastructure monitoring data. You are saying when the response time increased, at the same time you observed CPU utilization, memory utilization graph is actually spiking, and also your error increased. That time I observed it in the APM tool, that I got these exception available in the tool. When the response time increased, I observed there is a heap memory utilization pattern is actually high. So like that, you are trying to bring value to your report. Okay, you don't want to simply say problem. Where is the problem? At what situation the problem started? At what situation the problem is actually prolonged? All the information you have to provide in your report. That is where you are making that value add. That is where you are making that value add. So that is what everybody is expecting. So now you come back to the performance engineering concepts. While you are learning this performance engineering concepts, you are strong in the fundamentals, or you are making yourself strong in these concepts, so that going forward, whatever the simple report that you are getting it in the performance testing tool also, you can add your value in that, because these concepts, this heap dump concepts, thread dump concepts, garbage collection concepts, infrastructure monitoring concepts, database monitoring concepts, browser level concepts. Like that, better things. So you are not only going to rely on performance testing tool level numbers, you are going to provide little more than that, because you are aware of these concepts. So that is the reason I'm saying the performance engineering concept learning is actually very, very important. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys? Still no?
But frankly, when you're going to real time, right, we are not getting that much of SAMs actually. So earlier days, what exactly happening? So when you are getting that any performance testing application, so we are planning all the details and we shoot a mail to particular team. Nowadays what will be happening, directly they are given some of the APIs or any critical business scenarios, you do the performance testing within 1 or 2 days. So in that case, so while running the test, we are not getting the chance to monitoring. So DB people, they will do their activities, network people, they will do their activities, uh, app sites and DB sites, some people they will do their activities. Then finally we are taking report, just we are giving to that numbers, that's it, what you are told, just that. So we are not getting to that much of sense. Why? Because before going to the production, last, the end of the moment, they are given the application 1 or 2 days before itself, you need to close the scripting part and execution part and immediately send the report. That way they are thinking nowadays.
Yeah, actually true, Tirupati. I'm saying, say, example, if you are not aware of this concept itself, okay,
Exactly.
how will you provide your detailed insight?
That's
Okay,
true.
you
That's
don't know
true.
anything about heap dump, you don't know anything about thread dump. You cannot
Exactly.
provide your report in a detailed way. That is what I'm saying. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mean that you will learn some course content. Next day you will implement it in your application or what? Nobody can tell that. Okay, nobody
Exactly.
can confirm that it will happen next fine day. No, but what we are doing, we are equipping ourselves. We are making yourself learning these concepts so that in future or wherever you are getting an opportunity, this will help you. That is what I'm saying.
Exactly,
Okay,
that's true.
this
Nowadays, very
yeah.
difficult also. Why? Because less than 7 years only for testing is okay. More than 7 years, it is asking more things. So
Hmm.
the job risk also very high nowadays. If you don't
Yeah.
have this much of concepts, they definitely they remove it immediately.
Yeah, that is what you are exactly catching the point. So which means that the more and more that you are learning, the more safer you are. Okay, and
Exactly.
nobody can tell you why should I have this guy in my team, because they will, the way you are talking, the technical things that you are telling, they will feel okay, this guy I want, at whatever the bad situation, I want this guy because this guy knows better than anyone. So that is the
Exactly.
reason we are learning these performance engineering concepts, because the performance engineering concept is actually make you think different. I mean, when you are approaching a problem statement, the problem statement you will approach it in a different way because you know better concepts. That is what we are going to learn in this course journey, guys. Okay, so now we have a fair understanding of performance engineering introduction. Okay, performance engineering introduction. Okay, so actually saying, um, uh, more of developers has to take this role. Okay, but predominantly this is towards performance concepts, right? So that is the reason it is actually performed by performance testers mostly. Okay, but anybody can do it. I mean, for the developers, they already know coding. Only thing is they have to learn about performance testing concepts so that they'll become a performance engineer. For the performance testers, they already know performance testing. For them, it is a matter of fact to learn about coding concepts, then they'll become performance engineer. So end of the day, it's about what you are actually doing and what you want to become, what you wanted to learn. Okay, that is what the performance engineer going to do. Okay, similarly, any activity any activity that you are doing, there is a chain of actions that is actually called as life cycle, right? Life cycle. Okay, say like you are doing a development activity. Okay, for your application, you are doing a development activity. For that, what people will do, they will say software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. Okay, software development life cycle. And then SDLC, software development lifecycle. Similarly, for normal testing, there is a life cycle, software testing life cycle, software testing life cycle, STLC. Okay, STLC. Okay. Similarly, PTLC, performance testing life cycle. Performance testing life cycle. PTLC. Similarly, for performance engineering, we have performance engineering life cycle. PELC. PELC. Okay. So, so in each and every life cycle, there are chain of activities, right? First, what will you do? You will gather the requirement. Next, what will you do? Like that, there is a chain of activity, right? Here also, in performance engineering also, similar thing only. In performance engineering also, similar thing only. Here also, you are going to analyze your requirement. Here also, architectural design that we are going to do. Here also, coding we are going to focus on. Here also, testing we are going to focus on. Here also, um, deployment, production deployment that we have to focus on, like that. There are chain of activities that are going to discuss. We are going to discuss chain of activity. Say when developer they are thinking about requirement gathering. Okay, when developers they are thinking about requirement gathering, performance engineers what they have to focus on. They have to focus on something like system sizing. Okay, system sizing. When you are going for so and so user load with so and so application, what is the sizing of information that you have to focus on? And then architectural side you have to focus on, because your architecture should be very very simple, easy to handle, easy to modify. That kind of a dynamic behavior should be there in your architecture, right? So that also you have to focus on. And then you have to focus on code optimization. Code optimization means, instead of writing a huge line of code, within a few line of code, how you are going to achieve that output. That code optimization also you can focus on. And then performance testing and performance tuning side you can focus on. Okay, how you are going to test and tune your application. And then application monitoring and capacity planning. Application monitoring and capacity planning side you can focus on. So actually saying, performance engineering is actually having a life cycle activity. So what we will do, maybe in the upcoming session, we will discuss about very detail on what are all the activities performed by performance engineers. Okay, so life cycle activity and also individual activity that performance engineers can focus on, so that you will become a complete performance engineer. So that topic also we will discuss in the upcoming topics. uh, the learners who joined today for evaluating us, uh, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number 8019952427. I'm pasting his number in the chat. You guys can take it. Kumar sir number 8019952427. Okay. So this is actually a weekday session, Monday to Friday. We are having this session. Saturday, Sunday holiday. Okay, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time. Okay, correspondingly in other locations. So just a minute. Yeah, this is the other locations timing. Okay, so 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST. In other locations, these are the timings. Okay, these are the timings in other locations. The learners who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, and you can discuss with Kumar sir about the timing, content. Okay, course content, anything that you wanted to specifically add in this course content. And then commercial fees related things also you can discuss with Kumar sir. Okay, so all these sessions we are recording. Okay, each and every session we are recording. And yesterday also we shared our demo video, right? So like that, every day we will share this video in the YouTube playlist URL. Okay, every day we will share this in the YouTube playlist URL. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Okay, you are going to have these videos for lifetime access. Any number of times you can watch it. You can work on that hands-on things, and then if you have any questions, you can bring it on. We can discuss. Okay. In this course journey, yes, all industry best practices we are going to discuss. Hands-on practice that we are going to do it. Interview related things that we are going to discuss as well, guys. Okay. So this is actually a weekday session, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Indian time, correspondingly in other locations, and all artifacts, documents, and everything we will share through Google Drive. You can download it from Google Drive and then make use of it. That is also we are going to provide this. Okay, so already we started our topic one. So from Monday, we are going to have the detailed session. Today also, we provided this session for the learners to evaluate us. So thanks for the learners who joined today for evaluating us. So every day, one hour, we are going to have the session. Okay, and this will go for 25 plus hours of session. Okay, 25 plus hours of session we are going to have it for this learning, guys. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll yourself for this course journey, you don't want to miss any content, and then you don't want to miss any critical concepts that we are discussing, please enroll yourself. You can reach out to Kumar sir for further information. His number is 8019952427. So thanks for
Hello.
the learners who, sorry,
Excuse me, sir. So, do we get a means environment to practice ourselves? Means we
what
need to
environment? No,
like
Ramu, actually, what I am going to do, I am going to explain how to set up each and every tools and things in your machine itself. Okay,
that's
everybody
okay.
will.
That's okay. But do we get like chance to analyze by ourselves? For example, do we have any like environment that is means in the staging or testing environment that we have to means to practice for ourselves?
No, that is what I'm saying. You are going to set it up in your machine itself, Ramu. So, which means that all the practice is actually done from your machine itself. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to do in the initial sessions, I will explain the steps of how to configure, how to set up the application server, on top of it, how to deploy your application. Everything I'm going to explain, so that the application setup and everything we are going to do it in your machine itself, and then we are going to work on that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So for the learners who joined today for evaluating us, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. So I'm expecting we all will travel in this learning of performance engineering concepts. You don't want to miss any concepts and learning. Please enroll yourself for this course journey. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.